Lead magnets are a great way to get subscribers, to get people to sign up to your newsletter, to get people to visit your blog, and you can write them with AI. So very easy to use something like ChatGPT, Claude, or another tool in order to create them for you. As you can see, we've already done some training here on the channel on lead magnets for your business, and you can find those videos on this channel. Okay, just go away and look at our back catalog. But in this video, what I want to talk about is how do you pick your first lead magnet? Now, you need to accept you're probably not going to get this right. You're not going to create the ultimate best lead magnet ever at your first go. But with AI, what it means is that we can create multiple lead magnets from quite a few ideas. And then what we're able to do is we're able to take those ideas, test them out. So we can have different lead magnets leading to different sign up pages for our newsletter, for example, or onto a website. And then from there, what we're able to do is test out which one works best. Or if you don't have that kind of expertise for creating these kind of things, you can just test one in your welcome email for a newsletter, for example, or a pop-up on your blog for a few weeks, then swap it out for another one, and see which one does best. Okay, so the first thing we want to ask yourself when we're trying to pick the first lead magnet is a lead magnet actually the best growth strategy for my business? Okay, so let's take the example of a newsletter, but it could be, like I said, a blog, a website, a business, anything like that. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is go and look up what your competitors are doing. That's a really big part of this. And if they are also using tons of lead magnets, that's a good sign that it's the best strategy. But they might be doing other things as well, which might actually be better than a lead magnet. So even though people talk a lot about them online, do make sure that it's actually the best thing for you to start with. The next thing you want to talk about is how well do I understand my audience's needs, desires, and preferences? Now, if you've already been creating content for a while, you'll probably have a good understanding of this. If you don't, then newsletters are a great way to do this because you can poll your audience. If you have a social media following, again, you can get some feedback on social media. Even if you offered, a free product or service in exchange for somebody jumping on a Zoom call with you so you can have a conversation with them. But make sure you understand exactly what it is your audience needs, desires, what their preferences are, so you can have an idea of exactly what kind of lead magnet you need to create. The next thing you need to think about is what specific problem can my lead magnet solve for my audience? Because your audience probably has multiple needs, desires, and preferences, but we need our lead magnet to solve a very small issue that somebody has happened. It can be a big issue in that it can cause a lot of problems with somebody, but it doesn't need to be massive. So for example, if we took something like children going to sleep, maybe a child has multiple issues with their sleep. They don't want to go to sleep. They can't settle in bed. Maybe they get out of their bedroom multiple times. Maybe they wake up lots in the night. There's lots of issues with child sleep, but lead magnet just wants to solve one of those problems for my audience. And that is because what will happen then is we think about a service or product that my lead magnet will lead into so that people become part of my ecosystem, part of my world, and they will buy from me in the future. So for example, I had a lead magnet that was focusing on pre-bedtime routines for some child that doesn't sleep very well, then there might be some kind of course or something that leads on to a solution for all of the issues that children might be having with sleep, for example. Now this will work for any kind of business, any kind of newsletter, any kind of blog at all, but you want to make sure that you are reverse engineering this. So the people that are downloading your lead magnet, you're getting the email addresses for, are actually going to buy from you because you've attracted them with the right lead magnet. So just looking at your competitor and copying exactly what they're doing is not going to work if they're going to lead into a different product or service, or they're doing things slightly differently to you. So just be aware of that. Okay, so this is the next thing, as I've just kind of already mentioned, is will it attract the right kind of subscriber, aka somebody that's going to buy from you. Now this might be somebody that clicks on your affiliate links or your sponsorships, if that's how you're monetizing your newsletter. It might be somebody that's going to buy your own course, or that's going to buy a course from a high ticket offer that you have. You've got to think about exactly how you're planning on making money from your website or newsletter, and then you need to reverse engineer everything. Okay, you want to attract the right kind of person onto your list so that you can keep emailing them, knowing that at some point they should convert to a sale. Okay, The next thing for you to think about is which format will best engage my audience and be easy to deliver. A lot of people, when they're starting out on this, they see some great things out there, but you just don't have the knowledge yet in order to be able to deliver a really complicated lead magnet. So really have a think about, when you're coming up with your ideas and you're brainstorming, maybe you've got a list of 5 to 10, what is going to be easy for me to deliver to my audience so it is streamlined and it is seamless and it is easy for me to get out to people and get them into my world, and what kind of format do people engage with. So for example, if you had people coming into your world from YouTube, these kind of people like video, so you probably want to offer them a lead magnet that is in the same medium. If you've got people that are coming from a blog post into a newsletter, they like writing, they like to read written words, so you probably want something more that's a PDF version that they can read and they can consume. So really think about the format that you are going to produce this content in and how you're going to make it so it's really easy and automatic for it to be delivered to your audience. This is part 1 complete. If you want to see part 2, just subscribe to the channel and you'll be able to find out the other things that you need to consider when you are picking your first lead magnet. And we'll see you in the next one.